Naomi, hold on. You're running 7th, Gareth. Well done.
So just finished my Sunday long run. Not at home this weekend, so we're at Naomi's parents over in Cattick, which is like just outside of Hornsey. For those that don't know Naomi, that's where she grew up as a kid, and when I met her she lived in Beverley, which is like round the corner from where we are now, probably about, well, it's around the corner, about 5 miles. So this week been another big intense week. Yeah, so it's been another big like intense week of training. Done quite a lot again this week, in terms of mileage and in terms of fast stuff. So kicked off the week, which was obviously Monday. I'm just getting up my Strava log because I'm walking this week, so I can do that. Kicked off this week after 1:5 on Monday, and just ran in the morning with Kai. Nice and easy, 10 mile, 7:30 pace, just plodding around, which when I'm not doing any fast stuff, it's kind of becoming the norm. So during COVID I was running everything at like 6-minute mile pace, but I've learned that that's probably not good for your body. So yeah, plodding 7:30-minute mile pace, heart rate were nice and low, which it's been getting lower over the last few weeks, which obviously shows that aerobically I'm getting a bit stronger. And then in the evening met up with Dave Hanks, and he called, well I said met up, he called at mine on way home from work and went out and did 7 mile. So I boxed off 17 mile for Monday, so straight away kicking off the week with some big mileage. Tuesday, so I had a session Tuesday night with a gang. So Tuesday morning went out, just did 7 mile nice and easy, again 7:30-minute mile pace, coming the norm. And then in the evening went up to the old Barnsley AC 2 mile time trial loop, which is on Broadway, like down Donif Road, Racecommon Road. It's not a flat 2 mile loop, but it's true. Ran there from home, ended up doing 13 mile for Tuesday. Yeah, the session as well, I missed it out when I were actually talking. So the session on Tuesday was 4 times 2 mile off a 90 seconds rest, which was quite enjoyable. Ended up duking it out with Gary for a little bit, the first 2 reps, and just let Gary Briscoe go on the last 2 reps, to be honest. But it's one of them, as soon as a gap opens up, you either shut it or you don't. And I think I were a bit mindful that I'm racing Wednesday night, so yeah, it was one of them. But yeah, clocked it in, I think I was doing about 11 minutes, or 10:50 to 11 minutes for the 2 miles each time, so fairly consistent, felt quite strong on them, to be honest. But yeah, it was one of them. For 1.5 mile it's downhill or flat, and then it's half a mile uphill, and it's about 150 foot of climb in half a mile. So it is quite a tasty little hill, but it's a loop that I know quite well. And I've also run a 10k on there, just a time trial 10k during COVID 2020, and I think I clocked 34 minutes, 33:30 or something like that. So yeah, I've run fairly fast on that little loop before, so yeah, it's one of them that I know quite well. So yeah, 20 mile day, which again is becoming the norm, with a speed session thrown in there as well for good measure. Enjoying it. Woke up Wednesday morning, was very achy, and again like I was the previous week, very achy, but knew I'd done a good session. I did have the 5k race Wednesday night, so I went out very slowly, did 8 mile at 7:50 pace, just getting through the motions. And then Wednesday night, couple of mile warm up, and went to Dorothy Hyman track to help out with the 5k race, but also run it. And did a few mile here and there. I think I ended up boxing off 16.5, 17 mile for the full day Wednesday. And on the track I ran 16:23, which I said to myself after, knowing that I were achy, 16:23, I'll definitely run quicker than that at parkrun. And yeah, well, I'll come to that later on in the video. So yeah, good race. Became a bit more of a time trial, but yeah, enjoyed it and got through the motions on the track for 12.5 laps around Dorothy Hyman. A few mile cool down at 8-minute mile pace. Woke up Thursday and again 8 mile 7:30 pace, nice and easy, just getting through the motions, and then rounded up my mileage to get to 15 mile Thursday evening and 7:20 mile, almost like I'm sneezing it, just to get my mileage in. Woke up Friday 8 mile in the morning, again 7:30 mile, just getting through the motions, nice and easy. It was Naomi's birthday on Saturday, so I had some presents to wrap, and not much time like in the day. And not much time in the day to get it done with meetings and stuff for work, so we're just getting 8 mile in to get to work for 9 and then find some time to wrap presents, and was driving the 1.5-hour journey in the evening to get to Naomi's parents. So ended up finishing work around 4:30 on Friday, went up to my mum and dad's, dropped the car off because I leave it there over the weekend, and then did 3 mile very quickly just to fit it in. But yeah, that got 11 mile done on Friday as well. And then Saturday, so a couple of weeks ago, said that when it gets to the weekend, this weekend, I would be doing Hull parkrun, and it'd be nice to just have a little bit of a crack at it to like conclude what's been like a fast couple of weeks, with some short races. Like the furthest I've raced is 1 well 5, and everything's been like 5k, 3k and whatnot. So went through to Hull parkrun, did a couple of mile warm up before. Legs were feeling absolutely knackered, which I expected, to be honest, but yeah, that's that, and that's marathon training for you. Set off fairly quick. I didn't really know what sort of time I'd do, but I wanted a PB, if I'm being honest, and I definitely wanted to run quicker than I did at the track. First 400 meters I clocked in 76 seconds, which is like 5:04 pace for the 400 meters. And I knew for me to PB I'd need to be clocking 76, 77 seconds for the 400. I've set my watch up to auto lap every 400 meters when I do training or anything, to be honest, just because it gives me the minor readjustments very quickly should I need them, or so I don't drop off the bandwagon too early on. And I find that helps me. It might not help everyone. So yeah, 400 meters 76 seconds. There were a pack of 3 of us. One of the lads who I helped PB the other week at parkrun when I ran 16:09. Then another lad was David Fletcher, who's one of Naomi's friends from triathlon, and rides, cycles, runs, competes for the same club as Naomi in terms of triathlon. Yeah, and then it was just a case of holding it if I could. So first lap got done, like looked at my watch, and I knew the second lap were always going to be busier with people, and it was, and managed to hold on for clocking 16:03 on my watch, and I got 16:04 on parkrun time. So yeah, PB'd by 5 seconds at parkrun. Not sub 16 yet, but I know that definitely I'll get there. Just a few marginal changes, definitely fresher legs being one of them, will get me there to that sub 16, which is quite cool, because this time last year I actually ran 16:27 at Hull. So yeah, 30 seconds or whatever it is in a year, I'll take that. And then ran back to Beverley after parkrun, and did 8.5 mile-ish back to Beverley, so clocked 13 and a bit mile for the day. And then today, Sunday, so there's a car rally going on around where Naomi's parents live. So if I was to walk to the end of this lane, that I'm walking down, I'd actually be on the car rally route. For me, I do like cars, I do like fast cars, I do like Fords as well. So this morning when I were out running, saw quite a lot of Ford rally cars and Ford Escorts and Renault Clios, and some with smashed front bumpers and whatnot, and yeah, Citroen DS3s, Subarus, Imprezas. And as I'm recording this, I can hear them out on the roads, so it's quite cool. But looked at the race route last night, and it basically goes on all the country lanes around here, so knew that I needed to run on the main roads. And Naomi used to live up at Leconfield, which is bang on like 10 miles from here, and I wanted to do 20 miles, so it seemed a bit of a no-brainer to run to Naomi's old house and back. Wanted it to just be an easy run, keep the heart rate low enough, and see where basically my heart rate had begun to drift on the run as a bit of an experiment. And I got to about 15 mile before it started drifting upwards. So 7:15 pace, 20.5 mile, took me to 114 mile this week for the week. So yeah, highest mileage week in a while. Legs are feeling knackered, but going into next week I'll be looking at doing a little bit of a down week, give my body a chance to recover, because I have got coming up Retford half marathon next weekend, and then Thirsk 10 miler, which Thirsk was my last PB in 2020 before the world turned upside down. It was a race we were all stood on the start line saying we're probably never going to get to do this again in a while because this magical thing called COVID. So yeah, it'd be nice. I ran 53:19 that day, so it'd be nice to beat that or get as close to that as possible in a couple of weeks time. But yeah, I've gone through a bit of a speed block in marathon training, got my legs used to running a little bit fast, running fast when they are fatigued. It's what I wanted to achieve, and I've PB'd during that block at 1 mile 5. I've started it at the beginning of the month by PBing at Dewsbury 10k, and then also PB'd at parkrun mid-January and in February. The last couple of weeks I've been a bit more about this speed block, and getting the mileage in at the same time, and quality sessions as well. So yeah, feeling pretty confident with it, and just seeing what happens and where every single step can take me on the journey of life, the journey of marathon running. Other than that, it's been a good week. Naomi's birthday yesterday, she's 29, a couple of months older than me, so it's my turn in a couple of months time. But yeah, enjoying it, enjoying getting outside, enjoying the change in the weather, and the beautiful countryside that we have opportunity to run in. But I'm in East Yorkshire and it's not quite South Yorkshire, so it's right flat around here. But yeah, it's good for the legs every now and then, and yeah, it's enjoyable. So thanks for listening, thanks for tuning in. And I believe, let me just check, so the London Marathon now is under 2 months away, which I knew, but for specific days it is 56 days away. So got a big month in March. I'll be doing roughly around a 10-day taper so that'll take me to the middle of April, sorry. So yeah, I've got 46 days worth of training. I've been getting me 20 miles under my belt, so yeah, it's one of them 56 days till the big day. So we're counting down, and it will come quicker than we know it. So yeah, catch me next week on a Cookies Rambles, and have a good week, guys.